A long time ago, on a cold winter morning in February 1809, a baby boy was born in a tiny one-room log cabin in the forests of Kentucky, USA. His name was Abraham Lincoln. He came from a very poor family. His father, Thomas, was a farmer and carpenter, and his mother, Nancy, took care of the home. They had little money, and life was not easy. As a child, Abraham didn't go to school much. In fact, he only attended school for about 1 year total. But that didn't stop him. He had a deep hunger for learning. He borrowed books from neighbors and read them by the dim light of the fireplace. He read the Bible, Aesop's fables, and any book he could find. He even practiced writing on wooden boards when he had no paper. People soon noticed something special about Abraham. He was honest, kind, and wise beyond his years. They called him Honest Abe because he always told the truth, even when it was hard. When Abraham grew up, he worked many jobs, splitting logs, building fences, carrying goods on riverboats, and even working in a store. He studied law on his own and became a lawyer, a rare thing for someone with no formal education. But Lincoln didn't stop there. He entered politics and eventually was elected to the Illinois state legislature, then to the U.S. Congress. Years passed, and America faced a deep and painful problem: slavery. In the southern states, millions of people were enslaved. They were treated like property, forced to work without freedom or rights. Abraham Lincoln believed this was wrong. He believed everyone deserves freedom, no matter their color. In 1860, Lincoln ran for President of the United States, and he won. Many in the South were angry. They didn't want a president who opposed slavery. So, one by one, the Southern states broke away from the country. This started the terrible American Civil War, a war between the North and the South. During this dark time, President Lincoln worked day and night to keep the country united. He was calm, strong, and deeply caring. He visited wounded soldiers, listened to the people's worries, and never gave up hope. Then, in 1863, Lincoln made a bold move. He signed the Emancipation Proclamation, which declared that all slaves in the rebel states were free. It didn't end slavery immediately everywhere, but it gave hope to millions, and it changed the course of history. Later that year, he gave a speech that would become one of the most famous in the world, the Gettysburg Address. In just a few short minutes, he reminded the nation that it was built on freedom and that the lives lost in the war must not be in vain. Finally, in 1865, the war ended. The North had won. The country was saved. People celebrated across the land. But just days later, tragedy struck. On April 14, 1865, while watching a play at Ford's Theater, Abraham Lincoln was shot by a man who hated his ideas. He died the next morning. The nation mourned deeply. People cried in the streets. But even in death, Lincoln's light did not fade. Today, Abraham Lincoln is remembered as one of the greatest presidents in American history. He rose from the poorest beginnings, taught himself, fought for freedom, and united a nation. His face is on the $5 bill and the penny. His giant statue sits in the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., where people from all over the world come to honor the man who once said,